Okay, so like any really old, influential text, myths and misunderstandings pop up.
Always happens.
Our sources flag a few key ones for Genesis 3 and 4. Let's tackle those. First up, the idea that Eve gets all the blame for the fall.
Ah, yes. That's a big one, and really important to get straight. Look, later interpretations, sometimes they did pin it mainly on Eve,
Right.
but the Hebrew text itself, it's more balanced. Adam is right there with her. He makes the same choice.
He wasn't tricked or anything.
He was present. He participated. And God holds both of them accountable in the narrative. So it's really about shared responsibility.
Okay, shared responsibility. Good point. What about the serpent? Everyone thinks serpent equals Satan, right?
It's probably the most common association today, yeah. But it's actually a later interpretation.
Later.
Much later. It develops over centuries, really becoming strong in the period between the Old and New Testaments, and then in the New Testament itself.
So in Genesis 3 itself,
It just says the serpent is portrayed as cunning, a tempter, a creature that makes you doubt God's word, but it's not explicitly identified as, the cosmic embodiment of evil. That's a crucial difference in the original context.
okay, so just the serpent, got it. And the whole idea of a literal fall, like from perfect innocence into sin.
Well, some traditions definitely read it that way, very literally. But the story has so many symbolic elements. Many scholars see it more as a theological narrative. It's about a shift in human understanding, gaining that knowledge of good and evil.
So less a historical event, more a story about gaining moral awareness.
Exactly. A transition to moral agency, with all the complexities that brings, not necessarily a drop from utter perfection.
Right. And okay, the classic question, Cain's wife.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
The population puzzle.
If Adam and Eve were the first and only people, where did Cain find a wife? And the text mentions other people later on too.
It does. And that puzzle really underlines the point that Genesis 4 isn't trying to be a literal anthropological record of the first family tree.
So don't read it like a census report.
Definitely not. The focus is theological, it's moral, it's exploring jealousy, sin, God's judgment, God's mercy. The existence of other people is just part of the narrative backdrop for those themes. The story works on a different level.
Okay, that makes sense.